Hello, it's Romeo here from the WorldSchooling Hub, and we wanted to do a little update video for you because there's been quite a lot that's happened with the platform, some really cool things that you may not be aware of, but hopefully you can benefit from. Simona's not here today, she's out with the kids, but we wanted to get this information to you as soon as possible. So the first thing that's really cool is we are now got over 100 families on the map, so that's a really nice milestone. There are families, I'm like a weatherman, there are families in North America, there are a lot of families in Europe, a few in South America, the Middle East, Southeast Asia, and it's really cool to have families from like all over the world. You know, more and more families are joining, and they're connecting with each other through the map. So that's really cool. The second thing is you can now add to your profiles some other additional information, which eventually you'll be able to search for as well. So that information is the ages of your children, the languages that you speak, your countries of origin, and whether you're a homeschooler or world schooler or both. And the idea is, of course, that when you're meeting up with people, you can filter the results so that you're meeting up with people who've got kids of a similar age or who speak the same language, etc. Then we've also introduced, which you may not be aware of, a free membership tier. So we've got a paid membership tier, we've now got a free membership tier. And the difference between the two is that only paid members can actually access the map and see the families on there and contact them and get in touch with them. And the reason is because the paid members have first gone through a ID security video call, which is with us. And this was in response to when we originally launched the first version of this a few years ago, a couple of years ago, it was free. And we got a lot of pushback from people saying, well, we're a bit worried because anybody can access it, anybody can see the families on there, etc. And although we don't use like specific locations for people, it's more like neighborhood locations. Nonetheless, it, of course, might be a security risk, or even, for some people, it's the local education authority can check up on them and stuff, and people don't want to go through that. And especially in some countries where homeschooling isn't even legal, of course, you don't want people to be able to just access you there. So that's why we introduced this security element to it. So on the live video call, if you haven't already done it, it's with us, usually with my wife Simona, and it can be very quick, although usually it goes on for about 10-15 minutes because have a nice chat with the new family. But all we need to do is see your ID and the ID of one of your children and that child. They don't have to say anything and they can disappear straight away, but that way we can be sure, and therefore all the families on the map can be sure, that anybody who has access to the map is both who they say they are because we've checked their ID, and also part of a genuine family because they've got kids, we've seen the kids. So there's no lone adults, there's no local education authorities, there's no odd partners who are stalking them or whatever, which we were told is a thing, which people are worried about, which is totally understandable as well. So we've got that in place. So that's the paid membership. You can also, with paid membership, put your chat apps, your chat links directly on your profile. So WhatsApp, Telegram, or Messenger, so that if you find somebody and you want to contact them, you can just bang, contact them straight away, tap their messenger, and off you go. For the free tier, these are people who haven't done the video call, so they don't have access to the map. So you can put yourself as a free member, you can put yourself on the map, you can put your family profile on there. Of course, you don't have to put personal information, like, some families do put their photos, some don't, some do put a bio, some don't, and that's totally fine, whatever you feel more comfortable with. But what we do need, of course, is your general location so that people know that you're in the neighborhood and what have you. And what happens is, if you're a free member and one of the full members is on the map and they see you, instead of having your chat app links or what have you, there's a little button that just says request contact. And when they hit that button, we send you an email and say that there's a family that wants to get in touch with you, and you have the choice of ignoring that or accepting and getting in touch with them. If you do get in touch with them, in order to maintain security, you do have to go through your ID call, which everybody has to if they're going to be connected through the WorldSchooling Hub, so that it maintains this peace of mind for everybody. And the good thing is you only have to do it once, and we now have a second paid tier. So instead of just $40 for the year, you can join for 1 month for $5, and that's cancel anytime. So if you get somebody who wants to speak to you, brilliant. you could just join for the month for $5, do your video call, and then cancel for the next month. And if you want to come back to the map, of course, you don't have to do the video call again. So if you want access so that you can message other people and find other people, you won't have to do the security call again because you're the same person. So we're really excited because hopefully now we've balanced it out between the concerns of some families with the security and the ease of access with other families. And of course, I totally understand with 100 families on the map, it's a great milestone, but at the same time, the world's a big place. So, they're not necessarily going to be so close to you with only 100. Although we have had quite a few families meeting up. In fact, we've got family, we're in the south of Italy, and a family joined up. And this reminds me, if you're watching this, if you are a member, if you have paid, but you haven't done your video call yet, or you haven't put yourself on the map, please, please, please do. Please make sure that you do that, because one, that's what you've paid for. And two, true story, there's a family who joined up and said, oh, it's not working. And I looked at them and said, well, you haven't put yourself on the map. So they put themselves on the map and they said, well, we're in this particular country, but we're moving to this place next week. And this place next week is like, 30 kilometers from us or 20 kilometers, not very far away at all. So now they're on the map, and we also know other homeschoolers in the area. Now they can be connected with the other homeschoolers. So it's so important that you do put yourself on the map, because otherwise no one can find you. Not just you finding them, but no one else can find you. So hopefully that explains a little bit about the things that have been happening. We really want you guys on the map, because the more families there are, the more opportunity there is for us all to connect and meet up with other families. And if you imagine that, it's 100 families now, imagine it becomes 300, 500, 1,000, 2,000, 5,000. When all these families are on the map, it's just going to make our homeschooling and WorldSchooling lives so much easier to connect with people. So I hope that makes sense. If you've got any questions, do let me know. And hopefully I don't know where you'll be watching this video, but you'll find the links to either sign up. If you just head to worldschoolinghub.com, if you're not on the map at all, just go to worldschoolinghub.com, and there's a button there. You can add your family profile straight away. So we've made it really easy as well. That was the other thing as well. We had some challenges with people who had to log in and then put their profile on. So now we've done it the other way around. You put your profile in a secure form, and then that gives us the information for the free tier to put you onto the map without you having to then log in and access the map. So all these little things which are trying to make everybody's lives easier, hopefully will make your life easier. So if you're not already on the map, but you've paid, get in touch and if you haven't done your security call, please do that. If you aren't yet on the map and you haven't done your call or what have you, haven't paid, you're a free member, or you want to be a free member, then just head to worldschoolinghub.com and let's get everybody connected. So sorry, I didn't mean to take up so much of your time. It's like 8 minutes and stuff, but I'm really excited, and we look forward to meeting you guys. Cool. Cheers. Bye.